Welcome to episode 10 of the Versatile Athletes Training Journal. In this episode, we're doing a Muay Thai session. One of the reasons I started documenting these training sessions is because combat sports have a way of keeping you humble. Just when you think you're improving, you get shown something new and realize how much there is still to learn. Today's session is focused on Muay Thai clinch work and pad work. Okay, we start the session out with clinch drills, and the first one, we're working from a 50-50 position, working to get inside control before creating the opening for the knee. One thing I'm noticing with Muay Thai is getting to the technique is often harder than the technique itself. Everyone knows where they want to end up, but getting there against resistance is a completely different challenge. As usual, I'm struggling a little bit, so I speak to the coach to get some advice on foot placement. I noticed I was paying attention to my upper body, but wasn't really focusing on where my feet should be to execute the final technique. It always amazes me how one small adjustment can completely change the effectiveness of a technique. And once I made that adjustment, everything started to feel smoother. Not perfect, but definitely a lot better than before. That's something I really enjoy about learning new skills. Sometimes progress doesn't come from working harder, it comes from understanding one detail you've been missing the whole time. Next, we work on the second clinch drill, and this drill focused on escaping the plum position and then counteracting. As you can see, compared to the last drill, this one came a bit more naturally to me, and I was able to perform it the first time without any assistance or further advice from the coach. I really like this drill because it creates an opportunity from a bad situation where your opponent thinks they have you in a good position. A lot of people see defense as simply stopping an attack, but a good defense is proactive. You're not just surviving the attack, you're always looking for ways to improve your position and regain control, and I think this drill really highlighted that. Next, we move on to the third drill. After the coach demonstrated it, I thought I understood it, but the moment I tried to perform it, things started to fall apart. I got the first half right, but the counter I wasn't quite getting down. So I did what everyone should do when they're stuck. I asked questions. Rather than repeating the mistakes, sometimes the fastest route to improvement is simply getting clarification. Once I saw the technique again, it started to make a lot more sense. I had better timing and better positioning, and I was able to execute the technique. And even though it still needs work, it was definitely a huge improvement over the first attempt. That's what training is all about: failing, learning, and improving in real time. After the clinch work, it was time to put on the gloves and move on to some pad work. First up, I always try a quick combo test to make sure I've been actually paying attention and make sure I have positioning right with my pad holder. What I enjoy about pad work is the flow. Instead of thinking about individual strikes, you're thinking about transitions, how one technique sets up the next, and how everything connects together. When it flows smoothly, it's incredibly satisfying. When it doesn't, the pads quickly let you know. Okay, now we move on to the next combination. It was slightly different, slightly faster, and definitely a bit more demanding. This is one of those combinations where balance becomes incredibly important. You can throw powerful strikes all day long, but if you're out of position afterwards, you're creating problems for yourself. The more I do Muay Thai, the more I realize that efficiency is king. The less wasted movement, the more faster you become, the more relaxed you stay, and the easier it is to chain together techniques. That's something I'm constantly trying to work on and improve. To finish the session, we move into some burnout work. By this point, the shoulders are tired, the lungs are working overtime, and suddenly even simple combinations feel difficult. These are the moments that test your conditioning. Anyone can look good when they're fresh and sharp. The challenge is maintaining quality when fatigue starts taking over. Overall, I found this session extremely productive. The clinch drills reminded me how technical Muay Thai can be. Every little detail matters: hand position, head position, foot placement, timing, balance, it all adds up. There were definitely moments where I struggled today. There are techniques that didn't click immediately, but honestly, that's one of the reasons I enjoy training so much. Every session reveals something you need to work on, and every session is another opportunity to improve. The goal isn't becoming perfect overnight, it's simply to leave the dojo a little better than when you walked in. Thanks for following along, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Versatile Athletes Training Journal.